A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, Mid-HudsonNews.com. It's Tuesday, June 15th. Dutchess County legislators last night approved the $57 million spending blueprint for its American Rescue Plan funds. Included in the plan is spending $12.5 million to renovate and modernize Dutchess Stadium in Fishkill, which has become a priority as the Hudson Valley Renegades have become a minor league team for the New York Yankees. Minority Democrats on the legislature opposed that spending and said more should be directed to fight opioid use and other social ills. Brennan Kearney said the federal funds are a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to reverse public health and economic impacts of the pandemic. She was adamantly opposed to spending funds for the stadium.
Funding the stadium in light of these federal instructions and the great needs of the people of Dutchess County is nothing less than a monumental theft. And yes, I am using the term theft.
Dutchess lawmakers also approved a 25-year lease between the county and the Renegades to use Dutchess Stadium as their home field. For the first time, the Catskill Park and Forest Preserve will share a state environmental protection fund grant with the Adirondack Park. State Senator Michelle Hinchy of Saugerties announced the funding while at Haines Falls on Monday.
The first line is over $1.5 million. This one will now be for the Adirondacks and the Catskills Parks. We were also able to secure a second brand new line item for funding for the Catskills exclusively. It's about $100,000 for stewardship funding.
The latter will be directed to the Catskill Center and Catskill Mountain Keeper to expand the number of seasonal stewards to be placed at high-use areas across the Catskills. One man was shot, another was stabbed during a dispute at Whispers Bar at 428 North Street in the town of Wallkill around 1:30 Sunday morning. Shortly after, the two victims showed up at Garnett Health Medical Center, suffering from wounds, neither of which was deemed to be life-threatening. The case is being investigated by town police detectives. Anyone with information about the incident is asked to call police at 845-692-6757. The State Attorney General's office has begun its investigation into the shooting death of 31-year-old Christopher Van Cleek in the area of the Meadows residential neighborhood in the town of Wallkill on Sunday afternoon. The AG's office is the lead agency in the investigation because it involved a police shooting. Authorities are saying little about the incident other than to say a Wallkill town police officer shot and killed Van Cleek. A spokeswoman for the Attorney General's office said their investigation could take months to complete. We want to make sure we have a full picture, she said. Mayor Torrance Harvey stood with fellow Newburgh City officials and community leaders on Monday to present a new plan designed to empower the city's youth. The announcement follows sharp criticism the mayor took for his brief appearance in a rap video filmed on city streets months ago. In the video, one youth gave the finger to the camera and another shouted out loud an obscenity. Harvey says the video was expressing freedom of speech.
This is art. This is an artistic expression. And I did say in a previous interview that the guns that were in that music video were digitally imported. And if you look at the video, the kids are using their fingers, emulating whatever, right? So it's art, it's music, it's art, and and we support our young people.
Harvey, an educator in the Newburgh and Large City School District, called the actions of the youth in the video artistic expression, but noted that the same behavior and language would not be condoned in his classroom. A missing 6-year-old autistic boy who walked away from his home on Fortune Valley Lane in the town of Saugerties around 7:30 yesterday morning was located about an hour later in a field. The child had walked out of the front door, and when his care provider noticed the door was open, they contacted authorities. Police canines were used to search the neighborhood and woods, and a little over an hour later, the child was found in a field after a neighbor spotted him behind their home on Old Stage Road. Other than being wet and cold, the child appeared to be healthy and uninjured, police said. Saugerties police reminded all parents of the importance of securing their doors. A bill directing the State Public Service Commission to study the feasibility of burying all or most of the electric, telephone, and internet transmission lines in the state has passed in both houses of the state legislature and is on its way to the governor's desk. The measure was sponsored in the Assembly by Newburgh lawmaker Jonathan Jacobson. He introduced the bill shortly after a tropical storm caused widespread power outages across the Hudson Valley. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com.